Garrett Perry podcast. No, wait, what show is this? This is Psychiatric Painting with Perry. I'm going to paint on this canvas. I have two cameras set up. I don't know why. It's just convenience why I chose the cameras that I did. I have my good camera pointing at me, and I have my crappier camera pointing down. The last episode I did, I pointed the camera. I had the good camera, but I had it pointing down, but it was upside down, so I had to flip it around for the upload of the show. Between the 6th and the 7th episode, I painted this cool painting. I'll edit it in right now. This piece is Mr. PG. He has a sword, and oh, here, look, I have it on my computer. I can just look at it. It's Mr. PG with a sword, and he's wearing a green hat instead of a yellow hard hat. It is Link's hat from Zelda. He's looking up at the sky, and it is the moon way close to the Earth from Zelda Nintendo 64 Majora's Mask. And there is a character from Mario. He is the camera guy. You see him briefly in the mission, in the beginning opening montage. And there's a mirror in one of the levels. You could see him operating the camera. The 3D world was such a new thing that they thought they had to explain the camera with the character. And in the background is the Prince George Playhouse, which is where Mr. PG is right in front of. And then I did episode 7, which was which I hope you've seen. It's me painting A, B, L, M, N, O, P, F from the alphabet on a 5x7 canvas. And then I painted a series of 4. I believe they're like a 9x11 or something. Maybe they're bigger. A 10x12 or something. With the most vulgar things ever. The first one has a few. I wrote vomit and diapers and Bert Kreischer along with all these sex things and not so sex things. And then beyond that, I did another one, but I made it really simple. For these last 2 canvases. Oh. These last 2 canvases were canvases that I used, like underneath this is the one I have on the go. All I do is use it as a placemat, but it's a canvas, and then when I paint over the edges, it leaves marks, and then sometimes I wipe the brush on it. But I wasn't too happy with these last 2. One was nearly not completed, and one was overly done. And then I wrote sex around it in borders, and then wrote vagina and clitoris. And then the last one I did, I thought the last one looked too busy, so I kind of toned it down a little bit, and I used 2 different sizes of stencils and wrote some very offensive things. The C word, I won't say it now, but you can read it. And then the 4th one is a recreation of the first one I ever did. It's just I made it really simple with the rainbow. I even painted the colors of the rainbow wrong on this one, ending it with the purple and a pink instead of the indigo and the violet. But now it's just art. My decision. So let's get started. I have no idea what I was going to paint. I wanted to do the Christmas themed episode. So this is my Christmas themed episode of Psychiatric Painting with Perry. I guess as I'm doing this I should describe some of the psychiatricness. It's supposed to be white. I'll do a layer of white later. And it's like get a sky in the background. Let's just do a layer of sky. So I got blue, and then I'll go to dark blue, which I might... Oh, here it is. Oh yeah, psychiatricness. Something I was very public always about. I was making some very public posts about how I was feeling negative over the last... since April this year. I only know that because I went through all my Facebook and deleted everything. And it was a long time to feel low and depressed. It's been a constant for me, apparently, this year. Before, it seemed like to happen once a year, but this I could collate with medications as well. I was feeling really good on my first medication, which was Celexa, and under my doctor's digression, we decided to wean off it, or attempt to wean off of it. So I was on the full dose of 40 milligrams, and then we went down to 30, and then I was doing on 20, and that's when a lot of the depressive symptoms kind of came back, and I took some time off work. I took some, like, a medical time, I guess. And we attempted increasing the Celexa back up to the 40 milligrams. And it didn't go back to the way it was. Apparently my brain chemistry had changed. So from there we introduced a new medication to try to counteract, to react with the Celexa, which was quetiapine. By the way, the whole time I was on this, I was on Ativan, which they believed I was having a social anxiety, which was not the case. So the Ativan wasn't good, so they stopped prescribing me Ativan after a while, and then we tried the new drug, which was quetiapine. And from the quetiapine, I noticed a huge increase in my mood. It was actually just to my anxiety. After the anxiety left me with the anxiety melted away, and it left me with a depression. And it was around this time that I got fired from my job working in television, obviously because of the way I was acting, and obviously I was acting crazy, because I'm not normal to begin with. I just made a mess on the side of the table. Oops. That's why they're supposed to be the, I don't even know how to keep this in frame. Let's see. I want to open up the frame a little bit on this. Move forward. Yeah. I want to be able to see that paint tray a bit, I think. Yeah. So yeah, my anxiety melted away right away. It was like, poof, gone. It's like, wow. It's the way I never lived before. I've always had anxiety, even with the Ativan. the Celexa really just kind of leveled things off for me. I might have felt no anxiety then. I don't even remember. Yeah, that sky's actually looking really good. Oh. Need more of the dark blue on my palette. I'm using like the dirtiest palette it's been used. The paint is dried. I haven't cleaned it off yet. But I have like extra palettes to go right underneath it, but I like to get a lot of use out of them apparently. I forgot where I was in my story. Celexa, quetiapine 12.5 milligrams. Got fired from my job. Went into a spiral. I increased the quetiapine to 25 milligrams with my doctor. And still no anxiety. Little to no anxiety. A lot of depression. The depression had manifested at this point. I'm gonna paint a trail here, so I'm gonna make it like kind of brown, I guess. Maybe they sanded it. Or I'll just mix some of the brown and the white to make it a light brown. So yeah, we can increase the quetiapine to 50 milligrams for a couple weeks when we decided to finally up it to 100. So now I'm on 100 milligrams of the quetiapine, or it's also called Seroquel. And with the Celexa, things have leveled out to a really, really good point now. I've been painting, which I started to do when the Celexa was at like 25 milligrams and I was feeling particularly low. It was kind of like doing it to do something really. And then I wanted to do a few bigger pieces, and I didn't, because those episodes in retrospect are speed paintings. I was doing them fast for the show. I wanted them done in a half an hour, and all of them, not all of them, but there was a few that were half an hour. The very first one was, I really pushed that one. But the one with Alex was an hour. And then the one where I painted Brianna Anderson was close to an hour. The one where I painted Jim Ether was close to an hour. The one where I painted my cousin Jim peeing was the very first one. Took like 28 minutes or something, 26. And then the cat paintings were about 30 minutes apiece. My last one was only 10 minutes, but I was really... I only had a small canvas and no image, no imagination to go into it. I'm just going to layer this with white maybe the littlest bit of gray. Jim Ether was giving me some hints after he watched my episode. There was some gray bricks in the background. There's a little bit of black left over. Yeah. I didn't want to get that too gray. And then light. My shirt has been a rag. It's actually looking a lot more like a painting shirt now because of it. I haven't always been wearing this shirt. I put it on particular for this episode. Just because this is the shirt I've worn on every episode. I wasn't always wearing pants. That's why I didn't have my suspenders on, but I have my suspenders on this episode. I don't know if that really comes off as a trail. Maybe I should put some snow on the other side. Like a big hill. Over here. I was thinking of adding dead spots to my show, the Garrett Perry podcast. But then I remembered there was a lot of dead spots on the show that I already did, Psychiatric Painting with Perry. So, I decided to just do an episode of this. No guests lined up. I wanted to try a multicam setup. Shouldn't be that too hard to edit. I might consider bringing it to my podcast too. Yeah, let's add a bit of gray. The lighting in here is so terrible. I had a really cool lamp, but the wiring was shot on it, and I couldn't get it to start up this time, so I just threw it out. I feel like a hoarder. I know I'm a hoarder. I'm a self-admitted hoarder. So now I'm kind of feeling weighted down by my stuff a little bit. So I'd like to thin it down. So I might be selling some stuff in the future. But, I don't know if it's going to be like an urgency to pay rent or like an urgency to own less stuff. But at the same time, know it's cool stuff. So I haven't gotten to the point in my hoarding where it was like, oh, I need that newspaper where stuff is apparently garbage. Except for this. I'll show you this. It is, paint in a jar. Every time I would get I would clean off, I would pick it out, and well, I'd clean it with water at first and get a big muck mesh in there, but then after a while I got lazy and just picked it out. So on the psychiatric side of things are going good, feeling good. I'm really excited. I get to go home for Christmas. I'm a little sad because my sister isn't coming with me, and also that she's moving out. She's getting her own place. But life goes on, I suppose. So when I get back from the school Christmas vacation, I'm coming back to an empty house, which is kind of sad in a way. I don't even think I used this paint color yet. Maybe I have. I'm gonna paint Mr. PG again. Just walking down the trail. I'll make him look really big. Oops. Well, I accidentally put 2 spots of brown on there somehow. I'm just gonna use the image of Mr. PG that I already have. But I'm not gonna draw it out this time. Last time I drew it out with a pencil. I've noticed drawing things out first help a lot. It's almost just like having a vision first is the important part. He looks hilarious. Ugh. Got like a little. Should I make him cold this time? I don't know. Alright. I think that's all I really need for now. Gotta wait till that dries a bit. His arms are so low. Alright. Let's see. What do I use for his face? Just this bright yellow mixed in with a little brown. I.e. I ain't using another paintbrush. See what color we get. Oh wait, but that's supposed to be the color of his hat too. Oh wait, we want Christmas. So I think that means that's gotta be a little bit more brown there. Well, that's the tip of his nose. Alright, new paintbrush time. Oh, I don't have any good red. There was a no battery. The battery only lasted 10 minutes. But luckily I have a spare battery for this camera. Anyway, before I was left, I was saying how crappy my red paint is. If I ever find myself in a good paint store, I might buy some good red acrylic paint and do some tests. Because I have a good acrylic red paint, but I used it all. So now I'm left with this. It's called bright red, but it's I don't know how to describe it. It's not very thick. Like, you can see too much color beneath it. So I try to layer it on really thick. I know I'm going to have to go over it with another layer. Might as well get started on yeah, this is supposed to be a Canadian flag. What about it? I'm patriotic. Oh, Canada, beach. Yeah, so I leave first thing in the morning for Kitwanga. This shouldn't take too long to edit. The longest parts it takes is to connect, put them all together. Maybe I should try to finish this up first. Maybe Mr. PG's like leading a parade, but who could be in his parade? Goombas? Or am I done painting Mario characters? Just mice? Like the Pied Piper? Oh, I forgot with that yellow paint. Luckily I have lots to paint his hands. Maybe it was a good thing, because the brown paint is still wet. It's supposed to be a shiny metal pole. Maybe I should add more black. Yeah. Looks good. Looking good, Garrett. Do you have any plain white on there? I'm just going through brushes. It's like my technique. Just go at the speed of thought. I don't know how many layers of white I need to put on this. I'll just kind of like put a lot of wrinkle details on with a black layer. Maybe I should try and paint something I've never tried to paint before. Kids. Oh, I forgot. Every time, like, I'm done with the white. Oh, wait, what about the P G? Yeah. So I just need some bright colors for kids. I'll go with... Oh, you know, I'm just going to use a new paint tray. Keep this one handy if I need any of those colors. So there's like snow pants, then there's like a regular pant. So I guess black would be an acceptable color. Maybe... Where's my black? I got black paint, I got black paint. Throwback through episodes 1 through 5. Turquoise. I'm just going for like really children-like colors here. Maybe I should draw these. How wet's the paint? So... Oops. This is a square body. And then there's a hat. And then there's a face. And then, yeah. Was that worth it? I don't know. I'm running out of paintbrushes. I'm gonna have to take an intermission just to clean my paintbrushes. And maybe smoke a bowl of marijuana. So there. I guess there's gotta be boots. So there's gonna be a kid down the line who's got a hat that's orange and like a buddy. I don't feel like drawing with pencil all day. I don't think that precious. It'd be like a hat and two hats that are pink in a row. Oh, just use my shirt. I don't know how important this camera facing me is. I guess there's some times earlier on in the episode where I was talking. The orange isn't bright enough or strong enough to get through the road. I just hope that the pants and the ratio is in a random order. All the children are walking like South Park characters. This person's having a turquoise pants, and he's got like a full jumpsuit. But a pink hat, how weird. Do 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 do. You got blue pants. I'm assuming everybody. Oh, this. I forgot your hat. The first one. Blue hat here too. Now I'm going for black. You got a black hat. You got black pants. You got a black coat. Their hats look silly. Now how am I supposed to do skin color? I'm mixing pink with black, and it's just coming out straight up black. It's your skin color. I'll just be the black kid. Looks purple. That's funny. That one's a crab kid too. Those globs of paint. Need white. The pink kid in the front. Oh, they're holding hands. But there's gonna be a break here. Because I ain't drawing another person. Those persons not gonna hold hands. These people will hold hands. Alright. Too much pink. I didn't even notice that there until I dropped my clean paintbrush. Kind of looks too much like the color of the pavement there. Alright, I think I'm just going to give them all black boots. Just a little kid in front with big hands. This guy not even walking on the trail. Do. Some people. Man, what terrible vision did I have when I was painting this? At least Mr. PG's on the trails. Mr. PG should have some big black boots too. they'll be facing the same direction though. Like he knows where he's walking. Do 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 do. Need more white. Need more white. But this time it's from Mr. PG. He's Santa, Mr. PG. All my paintbrushes are wet. I have to go as soon as I take the break, or if I need to take the break, I will. What will I do? No, I'll go wash my paintbrushes. And then I'll go smoke a bomb. Not quite black, not quite brown. Maybe add a little bit more light brown. Just go down. Not seem to be making too much of a difference. Anyway, I need it to be darker anyway. Put some yellow in there. Who cares? Oh. Handle paint was still wet. My style once upon a time was just to paint one layer and then take a break. One layer, take a break, let it dry. Then I just gave up on that. Too boring. And then sometimes it's hard to paint over a color, and that was like my intention to do right from the beginning. But now I realize that was kind of probably a stupid move. Look, Mr. PG's almost done. I need like the black layer. He needs to dry. These kids need to dry. There's a lot of dead space here. Maybe I should paint that sun that I always paint. Well, that seems kind of lame. A Christmas sun? Maybe the sun will be the elf. Then you'll look like Link again. People think I like Link. Maybe I should draw the 2 scoops of raisins sun. He's obviously wearing a hat. He's got 2 scoops of raisins. These are just black arms anyway. The scoop. Do I know what a scoop even looks like? And then he's got a Christmas hat on. He looks like Link. Who cares? So I got all these bright colors out. I didn't bring up green. My best green will be... I'm going to use the Hunter green, the darker green. I don't think the green will read through the brown too much. So I'll just kind of make his scoops brown. I guess brazens are kind of just black. Maybe like all the purple's been sucked out of them. But I'll leave. Maybe I'll make them a little purple. A little purpley. Done with this paintbrush. I'll just use the violet purple. Put it right by the black. That might be too much black. Black seems to bleed through a lot. You know what? I don't even think it matters too much. I'm just gonna go for it. Kellogg's, 2 scoops of raisins and Kellogg's Raisin Bran. You could just send the check to Garrett Perry for your advertisement money. Is that how things work? It's like the most worst brush to pick up. All my brushes are from the dollar store. Not true. There's a few that were gifts that I don't know where from. But I assume not the dollar store, because they're nicer. I have a feeling that's going to need another layer of yellow when I get back. Maybe I should have made his arms yellow. Damn it. Whatever, I'm going to wash all the paintbrushes anyway. I think they're supposed to just be black. That didn't really seem to fill up the sky too much. I just wasted another brush for nothing. Sure. Fixing up some spots where I made a mess. Ain't that alright? And then some sky juice. I don't know what sky juice is, but I just said it. Now it seems to be the thing. I know it's not time to have the black yet, but oh, it's like Mr. PG's bringing everything together. I think it's been about 30 minutes. No, it might have actually been longer. It might have been like 32 minutes. Who knows? I might edit some stuff out of this episode. I got 2 camera angles, it won't be so jarring. But I like the dead space, so how do you figure that? I don't think, I don't know if I'll be editing that first intermission where the camera died and I went and got a new battery. I don't know. Here's an intermission. Who cares what number it is? Psychiatric Painting with Perry, episode 8. Get some black paint ready, but it's already out. That would have been a waste of black paint. Caught myself. just go with some red, because that's pretty weak. Tighten that up a bit. Same with the flag, make it a little brighter if I can. Maybe I should use like a primer, make it like a pink. Alright, got that layer of red down. Going straight to the yellow. Where's my cup? It's in... I gotta go grab my cup of water. See if my lavalier mic will let me reach that far. Here it is. Got to fill with natural water. Real time. I had to take a whole break because of that one, but I moved my setup from my bedroom into, I guess this is the dining room. So I didn't go clean my brushes right away. When I took the break, I went into my room to go smoke a bowl of marijuana from a bong. And I did, and I was emptying out the ashes, and I noticed that the screen head must have fallen out in between sessions. So there was a bunch of ash in the hole of the pipe. So I had to clean it. So I had a little stick that I've been using to clean the ash. And I went in there and I broke the bowl right away. And I was like, and I only had one bowl. I needed to smoke more than that. And I'm like, what do I even do? So my plan was to take out the broken glass and use the stem and just get tinfoil. That was my plan. Put tinfoil on it after that. So I spent a bunch of time cleaning it all out. And then I realized I didn't have any tinfoil in the house. There's only parchment paper, and like that won't work. It'll just end up being smoked. Not like the tinfoil wouldn't be smoked in some level. So after that, I have papers, so I rolled a joint and I smoked that. And then when I came out here, I realized I didn't have the paintbrushes washed, so I went to the sink. I'm gonna Google right now what Mr. Sun looks like. I don't know what to Google. Sun Kellogg's Raisin Bran, and then I'll put Sun. Yeah, I guess it hasn't really changed. This is just going to be my unique take on the Sun, I guess. Man, I'm terrible at telling stories. Maybe I'll make him look like, he's gonna look like Pac Man. What does Pac Man look like? Pac Man. N64. It's Mrs. Pac Man. Maybe Super SNES. Bad Pac Man. Oh, it's just an evil Pac Man. Maybe it'll just be my take on Pac Man. And I'll make his mouth black. That's what I'll do. Hope I don't get any brown mixing with the black. Maybe I'll fill the sky with, what the heck are those little things? Pac Man enemies. Forever let it be known that's supposed to be Pac Man pouring raisins. While I'm here, I might as well color in his arms and hands. So where was I? I rolled a joint, I smoked it. The paintbrushes weren't clean, so I went to the sink to clean the paintbrushes, and I was pouring some hot water. There was some sink. There was some sink in the stuff. And so I had to clean it. Oh no, so I was emptying it out, and I wanted to wash the sink a little bit. PG looks like he has a goatee here. Should have had a different paintbrush out for the detail work. So my sink flooded. So I had to run to... I didn't have to run to do anything. I was standing there filling it with hot water. I thought there was grease stuck in the sink. Oh, my sister's home. Hi, sister. Hi, sister's boyfriend. No, I'm just talking on my show. Do you want to be interviewed?
No.
Off camera? You have to talk in the mic, though.
Not really.
Well, say hi or something.
Who are we talking to? Just anybody?
The audience watching my painting show.
Hi, audience watching painting show.
Who's watching a painting show?
No, and it's not live.
No.
But there's usually about 10 viewers to 70 viewers. That's my sister Kimberly Perry and her boyfriend Connor.
Go to heck.
Don't listen to Connor, he's mean.
Go fuck yourselves.
He's really mean, but he's also really nice. Bear with him. Good night.
Hey, good night. Really put them on the spot there. I don't think you can see them at all. I wasn't looking at the lens. I guess I'm just doing some detail work, kind of avoiding the wet spots. Oh! What? Wait. It's like foreplay. There you go. Yeah. So I had to plunge the sink. And then it was just like there's a plunger in the toilet room, the bathroom, of course. So, I used that one. Oh yeah, I forgot what I was going to do. I was going to paint one of these, Pac Man enemies. I think it'll be super easy. I think there's 4 of them. Alright. Oh look, I have the kid colors up for the sweaters. There's a turquoise one. Match that color out with my eye. There's kind of like a yellow one. Or an orange one, depending on what. A red one, which I totally forgot. and a pink one. I think I'm only going to do 3. I'm not going to do the red one. But let's start with the turquoise. I don't know, it's like taking a new twist on my painting, making it more Nintendo and Prince George themed. It's like the Pied Piper. See, that's like a satisfying paint color with the... Just paint over what I already painted. Now I'll paint over it with black when the time comes. Pink. I got this really dark pink out. I guess I'll use that. This one will be like lower to the ground. So that means the last one's going to be yellow or orange. Does it really matter? Regulatory burp. I wonder if you could hear the cat playing. She has a little cat mouse thing that does this really loud, annoying squeak. Sometimes I think she knows it makes that noise and it annoys us, and she does it for attention. But you just live through it, or you just like tune it out. Really easy to do. She'll get bored eventually. I'm just trying to ignore this cat. Let it grow up on its own. Makes its own peanut butter and jam sandwiches. It takes over itself after a while. I'm gonna go mix orange in with this right away. Anyway, yeah, my sister is going to be moving out, and I'm going to be living on my own, I guess, for a little while. Might be looking for a roommate. She's moving out with a really mean man, apparently. Jeez, he was mean. He said, "Go fuck yourself," to my audience. I'm going to have to explain this in counseling later. No, it's been good. I'm really happy for my sister. A little scared for myself. So I'm going home for Christmas like I originally planned to. But when I come home, it's going to be an empty house. There's going to be no kitty. My sister's going to be gone. So I have to go visit her. Check out her new place. She's always welcome here. Just time to move on. Looks like I missed a space there to clean up. And I had a black paintbrush out. Oh yeah, I was doing detail work. Yeah, I just need a new paintbrush. Looks like that brown dried. Just need a little bit, cover up some mistakes. Even though there's no such thing as mistakes. Just happy little accidents. Just trying to take some Bob Ross inspiration. It's true. I have right behind my camera that I'm looking at, there is my take on it that my roommate Carl at the time said to me. And he said there's no such thing as mistakes, just happy little catcidents. So I painted it, and there's no cats in this painting. Maybe I should make these guys cats. Take it one step further. I think that's actually a really good idea. Because they have kind of really blank faces anyway. I'm kind of just waiting for it to dry, so I guess I might as well... What am I waiting for? I just got more detail work to do. Oh, I'm going to go for a detail brush this time. It's going to be like a dark video, I think. Just not enough light in here. No proper lights. I didn't adjust the lighting this time like I did in previous episodes in my room. but my room didn't have much space. I had to tilt my bed up, Murphy bed style, against the wall, and then adjust the lighting. I kind of tilted the lighting down and used the tripod as a lighting stand right on top of the camera. I don't think it really worked too well. I don't know, it doesn't really make sense that he's holding the flag so funny. That red is kind of still wet. I'm sure the black will just blend in fine. Oh, now I don't know if my frame is right on the TV. Ugh. Yeah, looks good. There. Now just stay there. Kind of moved it there, just to make my painting easier. But I'm making a show at the same time. Alright. My hand's all wet from the jar of water. Hopefully it doesn't hurt my canvas. Psychiatric painting with Perry. Psychiatric painting with Perry. Garrett Perry painting Prince George. Mr. PG. Alright, there's going to be another layer of pink, another layer of orange, even another layer of turquoise. So that means another layer. I'm going to keep this black thing out because I'm going to keep going to that. Yeah, orange is looking a lot better in this layer. These characters are supposed to be here really mostly to sell that the sun is Pac Man. Oh, my lavalier fell off. Sorry about the roller coaster ride. Hope that didn't sound too aggressive. I don't know if like this battery dies. There's no light on it to say that it's going. But I think that's just to make the battery last super long. It's like a watch battery. And I fully expected to be bitten in the ass by it one day, where it's just like, oh shoot, the battery's dead. So how are you liking the dead spots in my podcast? My podcast painting show, where you learn all the painting secrets, even though I've never promised that once. Alright. Now I'm gonna paint another layer of yellow on the sun because he needs it. Painting kind of far away from the canvas because the wet paint's in my way. You know what? Whatever. Good enough. I'm gonna have to go with a layer of black now because of that layer of yellow. But, oh, even white. Just quickly do that now. I'm sure there's gonna be more white. Ugh. I got a paintbrush hair. I'm gonna give up. You know, I'm just gonna throw this paintbrush out. You're shedding too much. Yeah, I'm gonna do a bit of white work right now. A little bit on seeing his hat too. Maybe in the flag even though I know I'm not done the work there. Alright. Paint kind of got pink there. So we'll do the pink one first. They'll have blue eyes, it seems. Maybe I'll kind of make them Japanese eyes too, as long with... Or is that going to be too ambitious? I'm going to have to Google Japanese eyes. No. Too much paint strokes. Not enough white. Next thing I'm Googling is Japanese eyes animation. And then on images, I'm sure I could do that. It's a lot of black. Ooh, I better let it sit for a bit. Oh, maybe I'll just go forward with the noses. Since this one's going to be pink, it's going to have a black nose. Well, man, might as well just paint the rest of the kitty. It's going to have to align the pink noses even in black. So this kind of just be a template of without the eye work. They're all going to have that deep blue eye anyway. Yeah, now I'm switching over to pink. Just for two noses. Pink nose works better on the turquoise. It stands out more, it kind of blends in with the orange. I got a bit of outline to do on Mr. PG. And the kids, though, too. They all need work. Oops. Mr. Prince George, Pine Center Mall. You could send your checks to Garrett Perry. Thank you. Free advertising. Hashtag maybe not free. This is the worst Canada flag, I think, ever attempted to be painted. I'm gonna make it look really wrinkly. Outline in Santa's hat. Alright, kids. This is supposed to be... what? Maybe it's just like a brim hat? I'll just put an H on his shirt for some reason. Are they turbans? I'll leave that up to your imagination. Let's see what the time's at. There's no time on this camera. There's a button I pressed. There we go. Oh wow. It's almost been 30 minutes. I guess I'm gonna have to take another break. Or at least just restart the camera. And kids really having messed up faces. Ooh, only a minute left. Looks like I'm gonna try and finish it all in that 1 minute. I forgot I have to do the cat faces outline of the enemies of Pac Man. You know, I'm just gonna stop and restart that like nothing happened. Like nothing happened. This is probably gonna be the longest episode yet. So much detail work. Forgot to draw a face on that guy. Or girl. Hashtag triggered. Time for Mr. Pac Man to have eyes. They're only terrifying now. I guess the scoops don't have outlines. The raisins. Gotta individualize them a little bit, I suppose. Put off some of the fresh black paint on my hand. Pac Man enemy. They're all kind of looking different ways in the way they're portrayed. Why was this one left out? It's kind of wet. Oh, I'm going to throw out this paintbrush. Hashtag earlier in the episode. Hashtag shut the fuck up, Garrett. I don't have any of the deep blue out. Oh, I guess I do. That was from the beginning of the episode. So this one I'm just kind of put in the middle of the eyes. The trick is going to make them look a little more Japanese. I don't know if that's even necessary. That's what I had pulled up. Japanese eyes animation. The pupils. I need another detail brush. Oh, I forgot the paintbrushes are kind of wet. Oh yeah, it's supposed to look like a cat. Look, I even made it looks like a little orange cat in a piece of paint. Alright, take two. Hey look, I captured a bit of white on there, and then it's just like Oh, I forgot to reset the camera I was painting on. It only has a certain amount of time left, too. I think it usually gives me about 40 minutes, but it just told me 35. Oh man, I painted them in the wrong order. I was just so tempted to do the orange one first. Damn, I moved the painting again. The frame is so wide, it doesn't really even matter. Alright, let's get this over and done with. No, it looks dumb. I painted it backwards. On purpose. Didn't work out for me. I got white on there. Why did I dip it in white? Not making a mess, thankfully. Kind of messed up his eyes a little bit. They're not quite in unison. There's a lot going on in this painting. Alright. Let's start with the white. Wipe off the white paint. Go into the dark blue. Too much blue? Whatever. That's what your eyes look like now, forever. There we go. And the Catmans are done. The kids are done, I guess. Let's put another H on these turquoise sweaters for some reason. And white nothing will say J. This one will say R. And that's it. Usually something's missing. I guess there's a black layer missing here. Signature, which I always forget to end my episode with. It happened twice. Still mad about it. This has been Psychiatric Painting with Perry, where you can kind of see my face every once in a while. You can see the painting. It's a little bit of editing done. Hope it was worth it.